These scooters for the win. Maybe not. How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another video here on the LsBluu YouTube channel. My name is Zach. This is my LS swapped S10. I drag race it a lot. It's got a 5.3 in it. It's got some nitrous on it, and it's got a 4L60 in it. And it does pretty good for what it is. It's a very basic setup, and I'm sure a lot of you guys who are just now starting your LS swapping your S10 are curious about what it's going to run at the racetrack and how much horsepower it's going to make and all this. This video, I'm going to tell you everything that I've done to this truck over the past 3 years for my drag racing. Break it down a little bit, tell you what it ran on each setup. It's had a lot of different setups, different forms, and it's run a lot of different times, and it's gradually gotten faster each time out. I'll go over my personal records with you so you can get an idea about maybe what yours will run, if yours is kind of set up the same way. And yeah, so let's get to it. Alright, so to start things off, 3 years ago, whenever I first got this truck done, it had a stock 5.3 in it, stock heads, stock truck intake, throttle body, stock 4L60, converter, 100% factory suspension from the front to the back, 342 gears. Only thing that it had done that was kind of aftermarket was a Texas Speed 220R cam, and it made about 300, a little bit less than 300 horsepower. I had those heavy old 18-inch wheels on it, the US Mag Ramblers, and I had the full 3-inch exhaust. In May of 2018, it went, my very first pass ever, it went 9.2 at 81.8 miles per hour. A couple weeks later, I ran my very first quarter-mile pass, and it went 13.9 at 100 miles per hour. Then opening day 2019, the only thing that changed was an exhaust cut out, and I traded those heavy 18-inch wheels off to these weld wheels and had some radials on. It went 854 at 86.6 miles per hour. Completely blew me away. After that pass, it blew a rear main seal, so I pulled the transmission out, had it built completely, and installed a 3000 stall converter in it. And I also went ahead and upgraded to the Trailblazer intake and a 92mm throttle body. It ran a personal best for the rest of the year of 803 at 87.1 miles per hour. July 2019, I changed out this little bitty old Texas Speed cam and put in this monster BTR LS1 Stage 3 cam. And I changed my 342s out, still factory suspension. Changed the 342s out and installed some 373s, and it went 831 at 86 miles per hour, and it kind of lost a little bit overall because of the cam power band compared to the torque converter stall. A couple months went by and I finally got the chance to spray it for the first time. We hit it with a 150 wet shot, and at LS Fest it went 1176 at 120 and 770 at like 94, 95 in the 8th. So that was the first time I'd ever ran a 7 and sprayed nitrous. After LS Fest in October, we made some nitrous adjustments, and that was the only thing that we changed, and it went 739 at 96 miles per hour. So it gained about a half second in the 8th mile, and all we did was adjust when the nitrous came in, how much, and how long it stayed on. Over the winter of 2019 going into 2020, I swapped out the really small 3000 stall and installed this big 4000 billet torque converter. Also threw on some 27-inch Hoosier QuickTime Pros, which is what's on it now. And the first day out it went 1143 at 119 miles per hour and 736 in the eighth. The rear end was shot after that, so we went ahead and changed over the rear end to that 9-inch. The video playlist here in the description. We put the 9-inch rear end under it and 410 gears and cow tracks. And first time out after that was a very solid pass. It went 707 at 96.5 miles per hour, and that was, I thought we was going to get kicked out after that pass because it needs a roll cage, or technically it needs a roll bar for 735 and faster, and I don't have any. It's still stock seat belts, factory, everything. After that, I changed absolutely nothing. I drove it to the track. When I raced Mike, it went 1108 at 122 miles per hour, and I was very tickled because that was my true first 10-second pass attempt. Through September, we really beat on the truck, especially through LS Fest during the burnout challenge, and the header's about melting off of it. I installed some 9010 front shocks on it, and it went 1089 at 122.3 miles per hour and 690 at 99.3 miles per hour in the eighth. And that record still stands for this truck for a nitrous hit, which is about to change hopefully. March of this year rolls around. By then I've added some QA1 single adjustable shocks in the rear that were given to me, and I removed the overload spring and the bump stops off of the frame and the spring packs, whatever. And we set a personal NA record. We had a hot ass NA tune-up in it, and it went 744 at 90.8 miles per hour. Very pleased with the progress this truck's made over the past 3 years. I'm still running factory 862 cast heads, rotating assembly is factory, the rings have not been gapped, still stock pistons, everything. It's a Junkyard 5.3 with a cam in it and a little bit of nitrous, and it's in the 10's. Now of course the 60E and it's built, very built, and I've got a good torque converter. I've got good parts for a junkyard engine, let's just say that. But I'm really looking forward to going back to the racetrack whenever I get my foot healed up and seeing what we can do with the new two-step and the new timing. I'm probably going to hit it first round with a 150 shot, then throw the 200s, 225s in immediately after that. Hopefully by the end of the year, if you guys stay around, you'll see it get hit with maybe a 250 to a 300 shot. It might live, it might scatter, but we're going to find out. But that's going to be all for this episode. I really appreciate you guys watching this video. Click thumbs up, drop a comment, subscribe, share. There'll be a lot more whenever I can get out and make some videos. But until then, we'll see you.